I just watched The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 from 2009 with Denzel Washington, John Travolta, Louise Guzman. I also watched the original one from 1974, Walter Matthau, Jerry Stiller, the father of Ben Stiller. I just watched the remake today, and the story is basically the same as the original. And the story is a group of bad guys, and in the 2009 version, John Travolta plays the leader of the bad guys, and John Travolta is a really good actor at playing bad guys. He played an amazing bad guy in this movie. I really enjoyed his performance. I love all the lines that he delivered. Like, it's really delicious to watch him play the bad guy. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I also think he enjoyed playing the bad guy because it was just so much fun to watch him on screen being the bad guy. And Denzel Washington plays the good guy, the guy at the end of the phone trying to manage, John Travolta's crazy personality. And so Denzel Washington plays one of the transit managers, and basically he has to manage the crazy emotions of John Travolta. The story is a group of bad guys, they hijacked a subway train in New York City, and this is the Pelham 123 train. So they took the train hostage and they demand the city of New York to pay them millions of dollars. In the 1974 version, the bad guys, the leader of the bad guys, is played by Robert Shaw. I believe Robert Shaw was a very famous actor in the 70s, maybe even earlier. So he played one of the leader of the bad guys. In the 1974 version, the bad guys wanted from the city of New York, because they also hijacked the same subway train, Pelham 123. The bad guys with Robert Shaw, they wanted only $1 million from the city. And I guess back in 1974, $1 million was a lot of money for the city of New York. So in the 2009 version, they had to 10 times that to $10 million. So that is the number one difference. In the 1974 version, the bad guys were all wearing disguises. They were all wearing fake mustaches and toupees and masks and sunglasses, shades to protect their identity. They were all wearing like heavy raincoats or trench coats. And I guess they also had weird accents, like British accents and stuff like that, to disguise themselves from the police and disguise themselves from whoever's listening to the phone line. In the 2009 version, they basically did not disguise themselves. The bad guys were just themselves. They did not put any disguise. They were just themselves. So that's the difference. In the 1974 version, one of the main characters in the 1974 version is the mayor. That version, the mayor was a very funny mayor and did not really do anything, and he played a big part of the movie. In the 2009 version, the mayor, James Gandolfini, and everybody knows him from The Sopranos. James Gandolfini is always an incredible actor. He's always incredible, and he played this big New York mayor. He was very funny, and I really enjoyed to see him on screen. He has already passed, but it was still amazing to see him back on the screen. The story is that the bad guys give the city 1 hour to bring the money over. In the 1974 version, the bad guys basically got away with the money except for one person. In the 1974 version, all the bad guys basically die off. They get killed. They get killed by the police. And the same thing happened in the 2009 version. The bad guys all lose. The twist is In the 1974 version, the characters played by Walter Matthau and Jerry Stiller, they played a big part of the movie in the 1974 version. And I would say in the 2009 version, they had two similar characters. So Denzel Washington played the character of Walter Matthau. So he played the character of Walter Matthau. And then there's another actor. So in the 1974 version, two main good guys, Walter Matthau and Jerry Stiller, they're the two good guys. And then in the 2009 version, the two main good guys are Denzel Washington, and the other guy is, his name is Michael Rispoli. Now he is the manager of Denzel Washington character. They hated each other, like from the first scene, from the first second, you could tell that the character of Denzel Washington and Michael Rispoli did not like each other. And Michael Rispoli, I recognize him because he's in a lot of gangster movies, and he played a lot of like really bad gangsters. So I'm familiar with him. I'm not familiar with his last name, so that's why it's kind of hard for me to pronounce it. But Rispoli, but I'm really familiar with his face. And in this movie, he played an amazing bad guy opposite Denzel Washington. Like, I really enjoyed Michael's performance, and he was really playing a very bad boss or a bad manager. And I just love I love the friction between Denzel Washington and him. So that's another part of the movie that I really enjoy. I want to list the actors because I love these actors in the 2009 version of the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Like, I love these actors. So Denzel Washington, there is John Travolta, there's Luis Guzman, and then there is John Turturro. Now, John Turturro is another amazing actor. Like, he can be in a comic movie, and he can also be in a serious dramatic movie. And he always likes to play authoritative people, like detectives or FBI people. Like, he was huge in Transformers, but he can also be funny characters. Like, he was really amazing in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou with George Clooney. So I've always enjoyed his performance, and he is amazing to watch. In this movie, he played the hostage negotiator opposite Denzel Washington. So him and Denzel Washington had a lot of scenes together, and he was an amazing agent, FBI agent, hostage negotiator. So he's another amazing actor. James Gandolfini is one. He played the mayor. This black actor here, I recognize him from The Wire. He played the bad guy in The Wire, but he played one of the passengers in the train. He didn't really have a lot of lines. So the director, I want to just mention the director of Pelham, Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, 2009. The director is Tony Scott, and Tony Scott is the brother of Ridley Scott. I believe Tony Scott has passed away already. Sadly, Tony Scott has passed away. He died way back in 2012, and he's one of my favorite directors. And I've watched a lot of his movies. And this movie is no different. Like, this version of Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, it's really fantastic, really incredible. And I just recommend people to watch it. You know, if you're a big fan of John Travolta, like I am, John Travolta is one of my favorite actors. I have always loved his movies, especially when he's playing the bad guy. Another favorite movie of mine from John Travolta is Face Off with Nicolas Cage. That's another amazing favorite movie of mine. And if you're a big fan of Denzel Washington, this is a great movie. If you're a big fan of James Gandolfini, you should watch this movie. You should, if you're a big fan of, Luis Guzman, you should watch this movie. Luis Guzman, he's always hilarious. Like, he's always hilarious. He has this weird face. He has like a weird boxy face, but he's a fantastic actor. I've always enjoyed his movies. I've always enjoyed his characters, and he's always amazing on screen. So he's another fantastic actor. So yeah, just watch these two movies and compare the two movies. The first one from 1974, and then the remake was from 2009. And thank you for watching.